Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Kisavai. The question of the week is, how can we be secure and successful in our relationship with God? So in this week's Torah portion, Parshas Kisavai, the Torah begins and it says, V'hoya Kisavai al Aretz. You're going to come into the land of Israel, Asher Hashem Elokecha Noisin Lecha, the land that God's going to give you as a gift. And then it says, Nachla v'yirishta v'yishavta, an inheritance, and you're going to dwell in there. It's a very simple question. The verse is saying that the land of Israel is ours how? As a noisin, God's giving it to us as a gift. Then it says we inherit it. A gift and an inheritance is two different worlds. A gift is something the person giving you chooses to give you a gift. An inheritance you received. So how do the two go together? So the Rebbe explains and he says, the Torah is all about Hayrah, to teach us how to live our life. And getting the land of Israel, and that's one level, the simple level. But then there's a spiritual land, and that is where we transform our lives, that our whole body and our whole soul is connected to Hashem, and we make our life, our life, the life of Eretz Yisrael, which means Eretz Yisrael coming from Ratzain to doing the will of Hashem, what Hashem wants. How do we do that? So it says clearly, Sur Meira, go away from evil, V'asei Toiv, and do good, Ba'kei Shalom, pursue peace. What is Sur Meira, going away from evil? That's referring to refraining from transgressing any of the 365 negative commandments. V'asei Toiv is through the positive commandments, the 248 positive commandments. Ba'kei Shalom is through learning Torah. So what does that mean? The way we connect to Hashem is by not transgressing the negative precepts, by doing as many as the positive precepts we can, and by learning Torah. Now, so therefore, Noisein is a gift, is referring to the spiritual part where we do gifts. What do we do to build a relationship with Hashem? By doing mitzvot. Every mitzvah we do is another mitzvah, is another gift that creates a bond with Hashem. The Yerishta, an inheritance, that's by not getting disconnected. How do we not get disconnected? That's by not transgressing any of the precepts. And then we can be shaftable, we can sit, and we can learn Torah, we can connect to Hashem. The Rebbe says, 1 second, if that's the case, that we're following protocol, Sur Meira, don't transgress, Asay Toiv, do good, and then learn Torah. But the verse doesn't say that. It says first Noisin Lecha, which means do positive mitzvot, and then it goes on to say inheritance is referring to not transgressing. And the Rebbe explains here that Torah is trying to teach us something very powerful. First of all, the Torah begins and it says, you're coming into the land of Israel, not just if you're coming. Savai, we're coming in. Just be assured, relax, you're getting the land of Israel. What does that mean practically? You will be successful in your mission in overcoming all the challenges and you'll be able to connect to God. What's the procedure? So normally, you're right, it's going away from evil, making sure not to transgress, and then do good. Here the Torah is teaching us a very powerful tip. You want to be successful? Noisin Lecha. Focus on the positive. Start off by focusing, doing another mitzvah, and another mitzvah. And then later you'll clean up whatever has to be cleaned up, making sure not to transgress. Because if you're so focused on not transgressing, you're never going to be busy doing mitzvot. So the Torah is teaching us to answer the question, how can we have a great relationship with Hashem and be successful and be secure in our relationship? One is knowing that we're getting the land of Israel. We're going to be successful on a mission, transforming ourselves to be a vessel for Hashem. And more importantly, we have the tip how to do it. Noisin Lecha, do another mitzvah, and another mitzvah, and you will be successful in your relationship with Hashem. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to memory of Baruch Ben Leib, Shlomo Yosef, Rachel Baslipa, and Sina Basara. May the souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in the memory. For more information, please see our website, chabad.swf.org. Have a great and blessed week. Shavua Tov.